What's something that can earn you money while you sleep? What's something that can help you retire early? What can give you and your kids a brighter future? What's one of the easiest investments to get started in? In today's video, we're going to answer all of these questions and more by deep diving into a book that sold over 1 million copies and is one of the most recommended real estate investing books in the world. We'll reveal how real estate investing can help you become wealthy and financially free, why you should become a real estate investor, and if this is something you can realistically do. Plus, we'll share some actionable strategies to help you ensure you don't lose a whole lot of money and fail at this game. So what is this best-selling book? The book on rental property investing by Brandon Turner isn't just any book. It's packed with ideas, strategies, and concepts that are key to building wealth through rental properties. We'll look into 10 key lessons from the book that can help you, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned investor, to achieve financial freedom through real estate. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Georgina, a qualified real estate agent, loan specialist, and co-founder of Estra Finance, your go-to mortgage brokerage here in the Philippines. We're creating these videos to help Filipinos achieve financial freedom by investing in real estate. Simulan na natin. They say real estate investing is the way to go, but can it really be the key to financial freedom, or is it just another get-rich-quick scheme that's too good to be true? There are lots of reasons why people decide to get into real estate investing, and some of the most common ones you'll hear are that it's an amazing way to create wealth, and real estate is a safe bet. Brandon Turner, in his book, outlines 5 compelling reasons to invest. These include, you can hustle for greater returns, meaning the more you work, the more returns you'll get. It's a passive income generator, so you earn while you sleep. It's easy and straightforward once you've learned the game. It's a proven wealth building tool, and many people have done it. You profit from it in multiple ways, like renting, selling it, holding till it increases in value, and the list goes on and on. But what is the main reason people become wealthy through real estate? You might wonder if there's a hidden trick or an insider secret. Let me show you. Let's say you've got $10,000. If you put it in stocks and they go up by 10% in a year, you've made a neat $1,000. Not bad, right? But what if you use that $10,000 as a down payment for a house, borrowing another $90,000 from the bank? Instead of moving into this new house, you can rent it out for $500 a month, and that more than covers your monthly mortgage repayments of $300 a month, leaving you with $200, meaning your rental income for that year would be $2,400. Plus, if the house's value goes up by 5%, that's another $5,000 worth of equity in your pocket. So you end up making $7,400 in total. That there is the power of leverage, and that is what makes real estate investors rich. Essentially, it's the ability to use borrowed money from the banks to increase your investment capacity, enabling you to put more capital into assets that yield returns, like rental properties. You can fail through real estate, but hang on, didn't you just watch a whole section about how real estate investing can make you wealthy? Yes, you did. But Turner notes in his book that as easy as it is to succeed, it's just as easy to fail if you don't know what you're doing. Here's 4 reasons why. They take on too much risk. Ever heard of the statement that too much of a good thing can be a bad thing? Well, the saying applies very much to real estate as well. A major problem investors have is getting too excited or too greedy. They overborrow and try to juggle too many properties too quickly. They often end up in over their heads, and before they know it, they're facing a nightmare of losing their properties. Not enough education. Next, people tend to jump into the deep end without knowing how to swim. Real estate investing is all about making the right choices, and in order to do that, you need to know what these choices are and how they can benefit you. And the best way to do so is to study, study, study. There's a bunch of free resources and lots of information out there on the internet, even here on YouTube. And you're already on one of our videos, so why not check out the rest of our channel to see what else we have? They do not analyze enough. Part of being a real estate investor is being a detective. You need to research your potential target thoroughly, know everything about it, and gather all the intel before you decide to attack and secure the sale. Turner suggests you analyze things like location, market trends, ROI, property condition, and financing options, just to name a few. Basically, like a detective, you need to do your homework. They treat real estate investing like a hobby instead of a business. Okay, now if you're serious about real estate investing, you need to treat it like a business. It's not just a hobby. If you're not the CEO of your company, things can get really messy really quickly. Turner advises you make clear-cut rules and systems to stick to, which will help you avoid making mistakes early. Set limits to your budget on how much you want to spend on a property, create a system to organize maintenance when needed, and keep your personal and professional life separate. Your tenants don't need to be your best friends, just keep it polite apply. You need to spend your time focused on building your real estate empire, not just keeping it running. So find people to run it so you can spend your valuable time growing it. Brandon Turner believes that these are the main reasons why people fail at investing. So how do we go about avoiding these failures? Luckily for us, it doesn't take a genius to do. In the game of real estate, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars are on the line. There is no reset option. Choose wrong and you're stuck with a costly blunder. So how can we mitigate our failures? Literally just do the opposite of everything we spoke about in lesson 2. Turner's advice is to manage your risks, educate yourself as much as possible, as often as possible, analyze any potential investments before committing to it, and treat it seriously. Actually, Turner makes a really good point about working on your business rather than working in your business. He says that you can approach real estate as a job or as an investment. If you see it as a job, you'll set it up to need you all the time and you're stuck working in it. But if you treat it as an investment, you'll create systems and hire people so that it makes money even when you're not there, therefore making you work on your business. Brandon's tip is to go for the investment route. This way, you can be chilling on a beach and not be tied down to an office. Real estate investment is all about achieving that financial freedom and living life on your terms. At least, it is, according to Brandon Turner. Millions of dollars from real estate sounds great, right? I bet you're feeling ready to jump in and get started. Well, Turner has some more advice to get you making millions, and you can do it in 5 key steps. Think the right thoughts. Shift your mindset from mere desires like I want to do this to unwavering determination, I will do this, and transform doubts from I can't do this to constructive questions like how can I do this? Success starts with your mindset. You need to think the right thoughts in order to achieve your goals. A quick tip from Turner is to write down your goals and keep them front and center to help guide you at all times. Study the right source. Turner is big on education, but he emphasizes the importance of quality versus quantity. Immerse yourself in books, blogs, Reddit threads, YouTube videos, and podcasts by reliable real estate investors and agents who have the experience to steer you in the right direction. He wisely advises that it's more productive to read 5 impactful books and take actionable steps than to devour 20 without applying any of the knowledge. Pick the right plan. Do you know what a goal is without a plan? It's a wish. There's no one single right way to invest in real estate, but if you want to win the investment game and make money, you need to plan and stick to an investment strategy that works for you. Define your ultimate goal, align it with your risk tolerance, and establish clear boundaries for what you won't engage in. Consider your buying frequency and financing strategies, and always be prepared to adapt your plan to changing circumstances. Acquire the right asset while avoiding liabilities. Property selection is a make or break decision in this game. Choose properties that align with your plan, fit your budget, and are manageable to what you already have going on. Avoid liabilities that don't add value. Manage the right metrics. Lastly, make sure you crunch the numbers. Monitor crucial metrics like ROI, expense data, and market trends. Calculate net operating income as rent minus operating expenses and debt service. Factor in total investment comprising down payment, closing costs, and rehab expenses. And don't forget your cash on cash return. It reveals your true gains. These numbers are your investment's pulse. Now we'll probably create more in-depth videos on what these metrics are and why they're so important, but for now, I suggest taking a screenshot and deep diving on these yourself. Ever wondered what really makes a property worth its weight in gold? Here's a little hint for you. It's not about how big it is. So what is it? Turner has 4 factors that make properties so valuable. And the first one is something that can happen without any input from you at all: appreciation. In your property investing journey, I'm sure you're going to hear this a lot, and that is that investing in property is a long-term game. Do you know why? It's because when you buy the right property, it can increase your wealth over time. This is called appreciation. Now, your property can increase in value through natural forces like economic shifts, growth in the area, and a shift in supply versus demand. The other type of appreciation is known as forced appreciation. And this is when you get your hands dirty with rehab, renovations, and adding features to the property like a garage. Appreciation is simply the increase in value of your property from when you first purchased it. Cash flow. What's the most secure way to generate wealth through real estate? It's probably the easiest way and definitely the most predictable way to increase your wealth, and this magical solution is known as cash flow. Cash flow is the income from your investments minus the expenses, and it is essential for a solid, stable investment. It's got to be positive from the get-go, meaning it's making you more money than it's costing you. If it's not, Turner's advice is to take a step back and reconsider the investment entirely. Loan pay down. This refers to the process of gradually reducing the outstanding balance of a loan through regular payments and building up equity as you do so. Let me give you an example. Market value of your home minus the loan balance equals equity. If your home is worth $100,000 and you owe $80,000 on the mortgage, your equity is $20,000. Paying down the loan increases equity. Each mortgage payment reduces your loan balance, thereby increasing your equity. For example, if your loan balance drops to $78,000, your equity increases to $22,000, assuming the property value stays at $100,000. In short, as you continue paying off the mortgage, your ownership of the property or your equity increases, building your wealth over time. Tax savings. What is something that could slash your tax bill this year? In some places, this asset can really work in your favor tax-wise. I'm sure you've guessed it, it's owning a property. But remember, it's not the same everywhere and you've got to know the ropes. If you're thinking about getting into real estate for the tax perks, or if you're not even sure what perks are out there, it might be a good idea to chat with an accountant who's clued up on property taxes. Just a heads up though, no matter how slick your tax saving moves are, they're not going to turn a bad real estate deal into a good one. So don't just jump into property investment with tax savings as your main game plan. I'm sure we can all agree on this. No dream is too big when you have the right people supporting you. It's the same in real estate investing. There are 10 people Turner recommends you have on your property investment team. Together, this creates a cohesive team that helps you stay on track to build your property empire and helps take the load off your shoulders so you can work on your business and not in it. These are your spouse, a mentor or accountability partner, a real estate agent, a lender or mortgage broker, contractors, a bookkeeper, an accountant, a lawyer, an insurance agent, and a property manager. Turner also provides some really good and specific advice on what exactly to look for when you're choosing experts for your team. Do you want to know the cardinal sin in property investing and how to avoid it? Let me paint you a picture. Mark, a novice investor, excitedly purchases a charming old house thinking it's a golden opportunity. Soon, he's in a nightmare. Termite infestations, leaking pipes, outdated hazardous wiring, and a neighborhood in decline, all contributing to a financial and emotional drain. And you guess what he did wrong? He forgot to do his due diligence and analyze the property. That's the cardinal sin, folks, not properly analyzing a property before buying it. Brandon Turner goes into depth on how to analyze a rental property and gives you specific numbers to aim for and equations to figure out the profits you're making. According to him, there are several primary factors to consider, like location, property condition, market trends, interest rates, future infrastructure development, vacancy rates, but the two most important are cash flow and appreciation, which, in case you forgot, were mentioned in the 4 wealth generators earlier. There is some analysis that can only be done after an offer has been accepted on a property, and these are the title inspection, the document inspection, and the physical inspection. Turner tells you exactly what to look out for, what red flags to be wary of, and which issues can be dealt with by yourself or by the seller with a bit of negotiation. Have you ever been to Green Hills or a place that sells fake designer clothes? What's the one thing you don't do there? You never accept the first price the salesperson gives you. Every savvy shopper knows that the salesperson is trying to get the most money out of you as they possibly can. So what do? We negotiate with them. We give them a counter offer and we barter with them. And Turner says the exact same thing in his book. You should always try to negotiate the seller's price down in order to maximize your savings. Luckily for us, Turner provides some really good advice on how to negotiate with sellers so that you never miss a property at the perfect price for your investment strategy. And I'm going to share some of his negotiation tactics with you right now. He points out that emotionally driven negotiations can get messy, so it's important to stay calm, cool, and collected throughout. Don't take things personally and be prepared to walk away from a property if it doesn't fit your budget. He also suggests using evidence to back up your numbers. Use hard data from comparable properties and let the numbers speak for themselves. Finally, Turner also suggests introducing a red herring or a minor point to distract the seller with. For example, saying, My offer is low, but I want you to take the appliances out, might mean the owner is busy focusing on keeping the appliances and might accept your lower offer. There are plenty of other negotiation tactics that I haven't mentioned, but they are all actionable and easy for even beginner buyers to implement. Money can't buy happiness, but guess what? It can definitely buy you your next house. And let's be real, it's probably going to be the bank's money doing the heavy lifting. Let's dive into how you can make this happen. A really valuable part of Turner's book is his overview of financing options. There are many different ways you can finance a property, and I've got a list right here for you. Paying in all cash, conventional loans from banks, portfolio lenders, private lenders, using equity in a house you own, partnerships, and seller financing. Each has its own unique aspects, so choose what aligns best with your goals and situation. But for those of you who are wanting to invest in the Philippines and you're wanting to skip the headache of securing your own financing, I'd like to suggest another alternative: engaging the services of a mortgage broker like Estra Finance. We're with you from your first to your 50th property, and unlike the banks, we'll get to know you and your goals and dreams and lay out a plan and guide you to finance them, and of course, get you the best loans on the market, all for free, by the way. If you would like to find out more, please visit our website linked in the description, or watch some of our other videos that reveals everything you need to know about securing home loans in the Philippines. But yes, there are lots of different ways to get financed, and they all have their pros and cons, so do your due diligence. The road to success is paved with lessons learned from the failures and triumphs of others. So here are 5 success principles that every aspiring real estate mogul needs to grasp. 1. Manage effectively. If you drop the ball in one thing, before you know it, you've dropped the ball on everything. Turner emphasizes that managing your real estate portfolio is a constant balancing act. You need to be on top of all your properties, your tenants' needs, and your other work. Simply put, if you want to be successful in real estate, you have to learn how to manage effectively. 2. Increase cash flow. What really makes a property investment thrive? Here's a hint, it's something we've mentioned a lot in this video. It's cash flow. But Turner goes a little bit deeper with his principle and states that a key to your success in property investing is increasing cash flow. Here's how you keep your income coming in. Don't drive away tenants by pricing your rentals too high just because you want more money faster. Conversely, don't price it too low just to secure a tenant quickly and get your cash flowing sooner. In order to increase your income effectively, you need to find that sweet spot for your rental. Price it at market rates to prevent vacancies and spare yourself from compounding annual losses. 3. Decrease expenses. Every dollar you don't spend is a dollar that can work for you in the future. Along the same lines as Turner's previous point, if you want to maximize your returns from your rental properties, you also need to decrease the expenses associated with them. You can decrease these costs with strategies like transferring utility costs to tenants or using energy efficient appliances. The goal here is to keep your property and tenants well looked after without spending an arm and a leg to do it. 4. Stick to your plan. It can be tempting to panic when things don't go according to plan, or when things change rapidly, but you need to stick to your plan. You made an investment strategy, you wrote down your goals, and Turner says you need to stand by it when the market gets rough. Your strategy matters most and will be your guide to help you weather any storm. 5. Give back. And the last principle is to give back. Share what you've learned with others in the real estate game. Helping out in your local community is a great move as well. It's all about building a supportive, thriving environment for everyone. Now, Turner's book mostly applies to the American economy, but a lot of his information can be applied to the Philippines as well. Did you know the real estate industry is a key driver of the Philippine economy? It generated 536 billion pesos in 2022 alone. More and more Filipinos from around the world are realizing that the Philippines is a great place to invest. Now, one of the key headaches in real estate at the moment in the Philippines is getting a home loan. That's why we've created videos to reveal things like how to pick the best bank, how do you get financing as an OFW, what's the process of getting a loan, and more. If you want to educate yourself on some of the most important factors in investing in the Philippines, we suggest starting with these 2 videos and checking out our channel for more. Ingat!